Ebu Derda radiallahu anhu was a Sahabi who was very close to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was this Muslim who had a munafiq as a neighbor. And the munafiq, the hypocrite, the trees from his date branch, the branches from his tree, date tree, would come over into the garden of the Muslim. And when the dates would ripen, the dates would fall, and the Muslims' children would pick up the dates and they would eat them. And what this munafiq would do, he would stick his finger into the mouth of the children and take those dates out. So this Muslim went to the Prophet ﷺ and he complained, and the Prophet ﷺ called the munafiq. And the munafiq came into the company of the Prophet ﷺ, and the Prophet ﷺ said to him, he was a munafiq, he said, sell me a date and I will give you a date in Jannah. And the munafiq refused. And again the Prophet ﷺ said, sell me a date and I will give you a date in Jannah. And he refused. And he went his way, and there was a Sahabi sitting there called Ebu Derda radiallahu anhu. And Ebu Derda radiallahu anhu said, O Messenger of Allah, if I attain this date, will I also attain a place in Jannah? Will I also have a date in Jannah? And the Prophet ﷺ said, yes. If you bring me that date, you will have a date in Jannah. Because see, Ebu Derda knew that once you taste the taste of Jannah, you enter Jannah, you're not going out again. So Ebu Derda radiallahu anhu went to this munafiq, and he said to this munafiq, who pretended that he was a Muslim, he said, sell me a date. And the munafiq said, the Prophet asked me for a date, I didn't sell it to him, do you think I'm going to sell it to you? And Ebu Derda said, sell me a date. And the munafiq said, what are you ready to give me? And Ebu Derda radiallahu anhu had 60 gardens in Medina. And he said, I will give you all my 60 gardens in Medina for one date. And he said, you're having a laugh, aren't you? You're going to give me 60 gardens of dates for one date? He said, yes. And he said, you won't renege on your bargain? He said, no. And he bought one date, and Ebu Derda radiallahu anhu gave him 60 gardens of dates for one date. And in some narrations they mentioned 600 gardens of dates. And he brought this date back to the Prophet ﷺ, and he was elated. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the Prophet ﷺ what had happened. And when Ebu Derda radiallahu anhu came into the company of the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet ﷺ said, oh Ebu Derda, when you went I promised you one date. Now by Allah, I see that your Jannah is filled with dates. Your Jannah is filled with dates. See why? Because this was his iman. This was his iman, that the Prophet ﷺ promised him a date in Jannah. And he believed in it. And this is what when Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, aminu. Oh you who believe, believe.